Hello, 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 Facebook family. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome to season and beyond. Enjoying life to the brim, guys. And tonight we're going to talk about health. Okay, we're going to talk about your health, which is really something that we should be thinking about. Make sure that we take care of ourselves. Um, Tonight I want to talk about becoming a vegan, right? And why I became vegan, right? Um, when um, when I had my physical a few weeks, well, a few months back in November, October, November, somewhere around in there, and my readings were crazy, kind of crazy because I have one kidney, right? And so that means I got to really do the right things, taking care of myself to make sure that I don't stress that kidney out, right? And my reading showed that. I'm trying to make sure that my the what it looked like on Facebook, it looked good on Facebook. YouTube looked kind of blurry. Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that everything was looking right out there. So, and my readings were, just a little off a little bit, right? So, I said that I just needed to do something different, even though I was exercising, I thought I was eating right, drinking water, and doing all of the things that I thought that I was doing right, right? Evidently, it wasn't right, and those numbers were a little crazy, and and I just had to start doing something. Sometimes people say, I've heard people say that you can't really feel your kidney, like if anything is going on with your kidney, that you can't feel it. But I beg the difference on that. I think that you can when you're stressing it out, you can feel it because I felt mine, and it seemed like it was something going on back there. It seemed like it was like pulling or something, right? But what happened is that it was being stressed because I wasn't eating right, I guess. And I can't say that I wasn't drinking enough because I was drinking enough because I drink water all the time. And I'm always trying to live trying my best to live a healthy life, right? But whoever said that and whoever feel that you cannot feel your kidneys when they're being stressed, I'm telling you that you can feel your kidneys when they're being stressed, right? uh, and when that's happening, you need to go check yourself. If you're having some real pains in the back of your back, in the lower part of your back, you need to go get yourself checked because evidently it could be your kidneys that's being stressed from high blood pressure, diabetes, or just about anything, right? So you just make sure you get yourself checked out and stuff, right? So we had we need to get on to how I became a vegan, right? We had a cookout at my mother's house, one that my mother said was our last one, but it really wasn't because we had another one after that. And one of our friends come by. One of our friends, I normally do the frying of the fish and the chicken, and we have another friend that come and he worked the grill for us because we don't know how to work the grill. Every time we try to work the grill, we burn up stuff. But he's really good on it. And he comes and he worked the grill for us, right? So he came, and I hadn't seen him for a while, and he had lost so much weight, guys. It was just like I'm like, what in the world? And what happened is that he had went to the doctor, and he and his numbers were off the chart, right? And they told him that he was gonna have to be put on medication. But what he did, he asked his doctor to give him, just give me at least 2 months, right? Give me 2 months to get it together, right? And 2 months, 3 months, I think that's what he said. 3 months, about 3 months, 2, 3 months, right? To get himself together, right? And within those 3 months, guys, he went totally vegan, right? And he was able to lose weight, and all his numbers just took a 360-degree turn around, and he went back to the doctor to get himself checked, and his numbers was right where they should be. And everything that they thought that he had, diabetes and stuff like that, he did not have it, right? And so one day, okay, I'm just gonna go right here. One day I've been looking up on this stuff, right? And that was one of the things that they said becoming a vegan would do for you. If you got any illnesses or anything like that, it'll begin to turn those things around, right? And that's what it did for him. It turned all those things around, and he did not have to be put on medication, right? So me, I was saying, God, I might need to do that. I said, that really sounds good. I was raised up in the country, so I a semi country, not compared to what some, semi country, semi farm, right? Not compared to what some farm workers used to do, right? But we was raised up on a farm, so we really, into the vegetable things, especially beans and stuff, right, and fruit and stuff like that, right? I've always been a lover of vegetables, right? I always love vegetables. Never been too keen on beef. I've been off beef for a long time now. I've never really liked beef, right? Seem like when you eat beef, it like sit on your stomach and you go to sleep at night and like you be swimming. That's why my stomach was like my stomach was swimming and stuff at night. So I just stopped beef at all together, right? And fish and pork, I mean chicken and pork, it's all right. I can do without, chicken, and pork. But vegetables I cannot do without, and beans, I just love beans, right? But one thing that got me, okay, I'm prepping towards being a vegan, right? Started in October when I saw my numbers, and I talked to one of our friends, right? I started out prepping myself to go into this vegan life. I said the beginning of the year, January 1, I would be, in the full-fledged vegan lifestyle, right? But while I was getting myself together in October, like I had to get those numbers, right? And I had my mind psyched up to do this thing, and vegetables, eat my vegetables and stuff, right? But all the time I was thinking, right, guys, I love fish. I can eat fish every day, right? I can eat fish every day of my life, fish and vegetables, either fish by itself or either vegetables by themselves. It really doesn't matter, right? But I just love fish, right? So I knew that was going to be the one thing that would hold me back on becoming a vegan, right? So October, I'm like, God, I ate fish like it was going out of season. It didn't matter. I just love fish, right? And November came, and all I'm thinking about is January the 1st is coming soon. January the 1st is coming, right? So I was just eating my fish and my vegetables and drinking my water and stuff. And guys, I'm telling you, when now December, I really like had myself in there, right? That before the end of December, I was a full-fledged vegan, right? I had put down the fish, I had done everything to be into the vegan lifestyle, right? And when January 1 hit, even though December I was already in it, I was in there. But guys, I'm telling you, it is so hard for me not to eat fish still. I took my mother out to eat lunch the other day, and when we went in this place, and I normally could go in and just get my vegetables, and just be fine, get my beans, for my protein, get my water, and just be real good, right? But for some reason, when we went to this restaurant, fish just overtook the restaurant, right? And all I could smell all the time that I was in this restaurant was fish. Fish. All I smelled was fish. And it was like, in the beginning when I first smelled it, it was just like that time, guys. It was just like that time, my son, 34 years ago, I used to smoke, right? I was a smoker, right? I don't know if I was a real smoker or not. I don't even know really what it was, right? But anyway, I was in this house, and one day, with nobody in this house but me, guys. And then all of a sudden, bam, I just smelled it was this big blast of cigarette smoke, right? And it just like engulfed in my nose and just went up to my head. And I'm just telling you guys, if I would have had a cigarette, I probably would have smoked it that day, right? That's how strong that smoke was, that cigarette smoke was. It was like bam, right? And that's the way that fish was at the restaurant, right? It was like all up in me, right? And I'm just saying, God, I know that you're going to be with me doing this here because I need for my levels, my kidney levels to come down, right? And I'm just praying that you be with me on that and you help me to get through this and that I can be keep this lifestyle going for my health, right? And so I was able to make it out of there with just my vegetables and my water and it was fine, right? But anyway, so while prepping for this, guys, I'm telling you, it is really this vegan food is off the chain, right? And while I was in the restaurant, I was just talking to my mother, and I was saying, "Mama, Claire, I wish they had some vegan fish, right? If they had just had a little bit of vegan fish, right?" And and she said, "Well, just look it up." And I looked it up, and guys, they had vegan fish. We went to Walmart, and I got me some vegan fish. Right? Haven't tasted yet, so you can see now that I have really moved beyond that and been and a full fledged vegan. Right? And so when so I went to Walmart and I got it, and even I went online to see how to even make it. Right? Because I even make my food and stuff. Right? Also. And so it's really going well. I said that I was going to go and get my numbers rechecked again, maybe April or May, and see what my numbers are. But guys, let me tell you this: when I started this in the well, I'm going to go back and say December because December I really was a full fledged vegan right in December. Um, the way eating like this, it seemed my body is so much lighter, right? I don't really know if I have lost any weight because I'm like this. When I was trying to lose weight and it seemed like it wasn't going anywhere, but then your clothes fit you a little different, right? So they say, you lose the inches and stuff like that and all that, right? And when I go to the doctor and then I found out I haven't lost not 1 pound, that makes me like, God, all of this work and I have not lost not 1 pound. My clothes fit better, but I haven't lost not 1 pound. It just like really do something to me. I'm just like, God, it just don't seem like that I should be in a lost something, at least 10 pounds, right? Should have been a lost at least 10 pounds. But with this, the things that I was doing before, I didn't feel like I feel now, right? I feel really light. I don't know if it's because like I said before, my creatinine level for my kidneys, was high. I believe it was like a 1.45, where it should be like a point 95 or either 1 point, something 1.0 something like that. Anywhere that's lower than a 1.45, that's really high, for me. Even though I do have just one, that's still a little high for me, right? And so but still, I did not think that, I don't know. I don't have a scale in my house or anything like that, right? So what I'm going to do again is when I'm going to make an appointment. I'm going to say in May. Let me see, January, February, March, April, May. That's 5 months. Then I'm going to make an appointment to see what my levels are. As a matter of fact, they said May. It's probably going to be June. I think it's going to be June because I think that's when they told me to come back. But anyway, so as I continue to prep myself and continue to find these new things with vegan, guys, I'm telling you, I just really love it. Now, I love eggs. We don't eat no dairy products. And I had already gotten rid of milk, and it was fine, But I love oatmeal, right, guys? And they have oatmeal milk, right? And it is like out of this world. I'm like, God, this food is really good. And one more little tidbit there. I've been trying to get my son and my daughter-in-law, I've been like taking them things, letting them taste the stuff, see what it tastes like, and vegan everything, just about everything that I've given them, they like it. So, guys, I might have them over with me also because my son and my daughter-in-law, they trying to lose weight too. They're trying to get down and get healthy. I'm not going to say lose weight. I just want to say be healthy. And that's the thing about being a vegan. You want to be healthy. And I think about when I was coming up, I don't remember being sick a lot. I don't remember going to the doctor or anything like that. And I do, and it's because we were raised on the land, right? All of the things that we ate came from my grandfather's garden, right? Or my the even with the chickens, right? I remember when we was when my how my grandmother used to kill the chickens, and we used to eat the chickens, and the chickens would be that big, not that big. A chicken leg that big? No, chicken legs are not that big. Chicken wing is not that big, right? A chicken wing is like that, right? And and when I started seeing the way chickens are now, I'm thinking, God, that look like a doggone turkey, not a chicken. And so what I'm saying is that all of the foods that we're eating now is being enhanced with something that's to make them big and make them produce quicker, quick, fast production, right? Make fast production on on our foods and things, right? So if they're doing that, that means that they're putting something in the food that's going against our bodies, right? So if we would, so when we were coming up, we didn't have all those things in the food, so we were very healthy. I was very healthy when I was coming up, and that's what I choose to be now, and I feel that now in my body that I'm getting back to where I was before I was eating the big chicken wings, because everybody want the big chicken wings and not really. I don't think you know what I don't even think people really know what chicken really look like, right? I went to Cambodia 2 years ago, and some of the young people that was with us were looking at the chickens, and they were saying, God, those chickens, they don't even feed those chickens, right? And I told them, I said, this is what a chicken should look like. A chicken should be this small, right? And the cows, they were looking at the cows, and they were saying, oh my God, these cows are so skinny. And what in the world? What kind of meat they going to get off of them, right? And this is what a cow should look like. The cow should be raised on the grass, on the land, natural grass on the land. Chickens should have just natural food like the corn and stuff from the land. That's what the chicken should be raised on, right? But now again, we feed our our animals these what do you call them, steroids and stuff to make them bigger than what they are. And when you think about that, if they're feeding the animals these steroids and we eat the meat, those things are going into us also. And that's why children mature so quickly now, because they're eating those things. And I know people love chicken, because that was one thing that my daughter-in-law said. She said, "I just love chicken," but I told her that that mushroom burger that'll take the place of that chicken. So yeah. So in prepping myself for this, there are a lot of things that I did not like before I started this vegan that I love now. Like I never thought that I would like tofu, right? Did not realize that I was eating tofu, and they consider that's part of the making the chicken, right? But I didn't know. I didn't really know what it was. I really thought it was mushroom, but it was really tofu that they used to make the chicken for the different um, for the different meals and things that they make and stuff. And anything that I want, anything that I like to eat, we can make it in a vegan product, right? So in doing this here, now I still exercise. I still exercise, and I still drink my water, of course. But far as like eating meats, real meats, I do not eat that. And I really, again, I really feel good. And I'm not trying to push nobody forward or anything like that. To which is on. You do what you do, to make your body healthy. And this is what made me healthy, is doing the vegan. And I just love it. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing though. It's really hard work trying to keep your meals together with vegan, and YouTube really helped a lot with me staying this way. One thing that they do say on there is that, and it's still part of the prepping, is that you do your foods in advance, right? And and that's what I began to do things in advance and trying to get rid of the process because when you think vegan and you see all of the different plant-based things that's in the store, right? Some of them really not plant-based, but God, y'all, let me tell you something, they're good. They are really good, but they're not all the process, because the same thing that I talk about what they do with the meats is the same thing that they do with the processed food, right? The process and to keep them frozen and stuff like that, right? So you still got to be careful when it comes down to that. So in again in November, so I did that, and I just said, Lord, please help me, help me, help me. So now learning what is vegan and what is not is really confusing, like I just said. I think because it is so big, it's so big now that everybody is trying to do it, that that we just think that everything is that, instead of investigating what we eat, and that's what I failed to do. So in my prepping, I made a lot of mistakes in picking out the foods that I eat and stuff like that. And now I'm trying to make those things right by eating up all of the frozen food that I got. Eating up all of the frozen food that I got, to get rid of that and start afresh on fresh foods, fresh vegetables and things. And guys, again, it just remind me about what I used to eat. And I don't know, everybody wasn't raised in the country, and then you really don't have to be raised in the country, because you can go to the market and get fresh vegetables and things. And when you do get those things, that's what vegan is. It is good. Vegetables are good. Beans are good. I love beans. And I am again loving this vegan. And again, I feel good about it. And I'm praying that it helps me with my numbers on my when I go back to the doctor in June. Let me see, in June, I believe. I keep saying June, in May or June. I can't remember what day it is, but I go back to that. So, prepping for vegan and my experience is I made a lot of mistakes in prepping for it, but now I know, what to do as being a vegan. And so far, I am feeling awesome and I love it. And I don't feel like that I'm missing anything because now I can eat fish. I know how to make fish. I know how to make vegan fish out of plant food, and it really do taste like it. It really do smell like it. I haven't tasted yet, but it really do smell like fish. So I'm praying that it do taste like a fish, and it'll help me to get that craving from off of me, because I do you do crave things because your body's so used to having those things. You begin to crave it until you really get to that point that it doesn't bother you anymore, like I did with beef. Even though, again, I can't even use beef for an example because I never did like beef. Okay, chicken, the way that the way we do with chicken, with the chicken, it just, now it don't even bother me. I don't even have to have chicken or pork. It doesn't bother me, at all. So when I do get to that point, with the fish, I just be fine. And I think this is one, I don't know, like how when women get pregnant and they have certain foods that they eat all the time. And you would think that your baby would like those things, right? But that is not true. When I was pregnant with my youngest son, I ate vegetables. I don't even think I ate any meat. I just ate vegetables all the time because meat just didn't satisfy me, right? But now my son is beginning to like vegetables real good, but he never did like vegetables. And my middle son, I ate fish all the time. He does not like fish and stuff. So I just wanted to throw that in. I just wanted to throw that in there because it just seems so strange to me. So anyway, prepping for being a vegan, and where I got the idea from was one of my friends. And guys, he is a true example of health turning around for their good when it come down to what you eat, right? And eat what you eat is play a very important role on your health, right? And I don't think some people understand that is that we got to watch what we eat. And I know my oldest son was telling me about a friend of his that worked with him and how he's a diabetic, but he just eat anything. And it's just like he don't truly care about him being a diabetic. But if he would turn that thing around with what he eat, he'll begin to feel a little better with his diabetes. So if you have diabetes, if you have kidney disease, even if you have heart disease, guys, I was listening to something on YouTube the other day where these doctors were saying when you turn your diet around, if you have heart disease, that'll begin to change your condition with your heart. And I'm telling you guys, I tend to believe that because I I just know I just have this this feeling that when I go back, that my creatinine is going to be lower because my body feels it feels different. It feels a different way, and not a bad in a bad way, but in a good way, right? So I'm just knowing that it's gonna be different. So far with this vegan transformation lifestyle that that I have engulfed in. It is awesome, and again, I am eating things that I didn't think that I was eating that I would eat. Brussels sprouts. I have never don't like Brussels sprouts. Don't like cauliflower. But my sister, she make a lot of things for me also, and she keep throwing Brussels sprouts and cauliflower in my in my meals. But when it's mixed up in there, I guess I don't even taste it, and it's beginning to be pretty good to me. So if you know how to cook certain things that you don't like, when it come down to vegan, if you decide that you want to be a vegan, right? There are a lot of different seasonings that you can put in your food that can make your food taste good and won't make it taste bland. Because a lot of people think, going vegan, you just eat bland food. No, guys. I had this Thai food and it was vegan. I'm telling you guys, that was the best. That was really good. I'm telling you, it was really good. So, and then I went to this vegan place on West Boulevard. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, on West Boulevard, and they did me some mushrooms and some vegan chicken and deep fried it right. Oh, every time I buy that stuff, it never make it home. It is so good. So I really do believe that I made a good decision on becoming a vegan. And then at my age, I'm 59 years old, and I know that a lot of times people say within your age, those things that happen to you, that it's just there and it's going to stick with you. But I don't believe that. I believe that if you begin to change your lifestyle, that your body change also and begin to get healthy, right? And that's what I'm believing with this vegan. Okay, so in our health today, we talked about prepping myself to be a vegan, to become a vegan, and my experience and how I came into to truly knowing about being a vegan, and then what I saw with my very eyes on what being a vegan will do for you, right? So I'm praying that by September that I said that I was going to do it up in September, but guys, I like it so much. I think that I may just make it my lifestyle because I really do like it, and just keep being a vegan. And I think that if I would go back, I don't I don't think that my body would feel the way it feels now, and I'm enjoying the way my body is feeling now. So prepping to become a vegan, and my experience, and my not knowing, I didn't have a lot of knowledge in being a vegan. And I'm gonna tell you guys, YouTube is a beast. YouTube will show you everything, right? It show you how to prep food. It tell you about being a vegan and what you can eat and what you can't eat. And it's just really, it's really good. And there's a lot of stations out there that talk about vegan, right? If you decide to go that way, right? But I went that way, and I have truly enjoyed it. And I don't think I head to September again, but I don't think that I'm going to go back. I think I'm going to remain a vegan because I really like it, and it's doing what I need for it to do. It's beginning to. I don't feel that stress on my kidneys anymore, and I just feel good. And guys, and I sleep at night. Used to be that I would wake up in the middle of the night and couldn't go back to sleep and stuff. Now I go to sleep and I have a very great restful night, right? And I do believe that that has a lot to do with my the change of my lifestyle and my eating habits. So far, it is really great, and I'm not missing anything. Okay, let me be honest. Only thing I'm missing again is a fish. Now, when I taste this fish, that this vegan fish, and I'm praying, and you guys pray for me that this stuff really tastes like fish, and that is really good because I know what fish tastes like, and I just pray that it's going to be good, and it will again quench that desire, to have fish, and that I can continue to move on with my healthy life of being a vegan. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming on and being with me tonight on Season and Beyond, enjoying life to the brim. And this is a health segment about me, about becoming a vegan, and why I became a vegan because of my levels, my blood levels were off, totally off. Well, all of them. Let me go back. All of them wasn't off. It was just my kidney levels was off. And for some of you know that I only have one kidney, and I need that kidney, so I just need to change some things in my life to continue to strengthen the kidney, and so I can keep it until the Lord calls me to come home. But I need it, so I love it, and I am having a great time with it. And I'm having a great time inviting my family into it also. Now, my oldest son, he tried it. My youngest son tried it. I don't think my middle son gonna try it because I don't think he liked it. And my mother tried. My mother did it, and my sister have done it. And I think they're gonna really be satisfied with the outcome of changing their eating habits and making it a lifestyle. You got to make it a lifestyle. If you don't make it a lifestyle, it's gonna be something that you're gonna regret. You're gonna begrudgingly doing it, right? And you wanna enjoy your food. You want to enjoy, your life and stuff when you change your lifestyle. Okay, so I enjoy it and I'm happy with it, and I'll let you know later on. Maybe let me see. This is February, March, April, May. I'll let you know again what's going on with this life of vegan. No, I'm not going to do it again until my blood work come back, till I do my blood work again, and then I come back and I'll let you know what vegan did for me and my blood work with my creatinine, my kidney levels. Okay, so I love you guys, and there's nothing that you can do about it but love me back, guys. Take care of yourself out there. And if you see that when it comes down to your health changing, your lifestyle, your eating habits, do it. You want to live. If you made it through COVID, uh, if you made it through COVID, you want to keep living. And if it means that you have to change your life, your eating habits, just go ahead and do it and continue living a awesome, great life. Okay. All right. Love you guys. And thank you for coming out and being with me on Season and Beyond, enjoying life to the brim. All righty.